people have been moving into AMISOM TFG controlled areas. We are now talking of over 80% of the population in Mogadishu in AMISOM controlled areas. I think it's an indicator of returning normalcy. People are going about their businesses in AMISOM controlled areas, and we encourage the population that is still in the areas under the Al-Shabaab to come over to the government side so that they are not caught up in the crossfire. Indeed, there is a lot of assurance. When they are in areas that are under our control, then they are sure that their businesses will go on uninterrupted. The Al-Shabaab will not be there to tax them or even loot them. So I think it's a great achievement. There's a lot of change. People can now go to a hotel, to a restaurant, a coffee shop, and they comfortably take their coffee, aware that there's security out there. But this is more so in the areas that are controlled by AMISOM. But of course, we still need to remain vigilant, because we have a threat of grenade attacks in the areas that are controlled by us. A few guys sneaking in and throwing a grenade, and so we still need to be vigilant to ensure personal security and report any suspicious elements that we see there to the TFG and AMISOM. There's still a lot to be done because eventually when the military does its job, then the police, all issues of internal security will be left to the police. So I think they are trying to take shape as well. I think it's an indicator that change is coming. What we need now is for the people themselves to rise up completely against the insurgents and tell them that enough is enough, that they would want to live in peace and go about their normal lives uninterrupted. This is the time. This is the time. Well, I think in AMISOM controlled areas, where we fortunately have 80% of the population, the agencies can start working normally. This is an appeal, but there is a lot to do in the humanitarian sector. There is a semblance of security in AMISOM controlled areas. 80% of the people have relocated into those areas. They have humanitarian needs, and agencies should honestly come over and try to assist.
80% of Somali people in Mogadishu are moving towards the areas that the government controls. If you see right now, the main markets of the area that the government controls, you will not find any space that you can put your feet. That means it's overpopulated, it's completely overcrowded, and there are a lot of activities in every market in the district that the government controls. We are building more markets. We are building right now K6, say Piano, we are building a new market. That new market, the intention is that because they are heavily populated with IDPs camps, but there is no market right now. We already started to build a market. We're also building a market in Wardigle. Wardigle is liberated right now, so we are building a market because people are requesting to have a market, because that's where they can produce, that's where they can trade each other, that's where they create jobs. So we want to expand the markets, and people will do a lot of activities. Right now, if you go to Hamarweyne, if you throw a stone, it will hit someone, because it's overcrowded, completely overcrowded business activities. So as Waberi, even at night, 10 o'clock, if you go to Waberi at 10 o'clock via Liberia, if you go at night, 10 o'clock, it's very busy. There is a light, so people are trading until 10:30. So it's a good sign. The Mogadishu is becoming a normal city, and we want the confidence of the people are coming back. And we're very happy to see that. That's what Mogadishu used to be, and that's what we want to come back, and it's coming back. People sitting around. First, no one was able to do that. No one will venture to do that before, because people were afraid from flying bullets and all these things. Right now, Shabab is too far. Their bullets cannot reach there. So people get confidence to come out and sit outside, have a coffee, and usually Somalis, they adopted this from Italian, I think. The Italians usually sit outside and have a coffee. Coffee shops, that's what's coming back. Right now we want to start to repair 2 basketball grounds, Casa Italia, so we will light it. So we want to see people playing basketball at night, and spectators are sitting around. That's what we want to create. That's the normal of the city. I want to come back that way, and we will work very hard the city to become a normal, and people of Mogadishu to get a full confidence to do their life on daily basis and nightly. Yeah. Or since last week, TFG's troops and AMISOM are pushing back Shabab. The government liberated a huge area in different districts. Almost right now, Hodan district will be the hand of the government completely. 80% of Bond area is in the hands of the government. 70% of Haul Wadak is in the hands of government. So Shabab are running away, and people are very happy that progress. People are calling us, even when the operation was on, people were calling us and saying that please continue, please push them back. They are weak, they are running, don't stop the operations. So people are expecting that the government will take over Bakaraha and all the other areas that Shabab controls at present. This is Bakaraha market is one of the largest markets in the Middle East, in East Africa. It's the lifeline of Somalia. It's the lifeline of Mogadishu. the lorry to move.